during times like this, there is no point in trying to take yourself seriously. Hey guys, welcome to today's video. I have started this at a really random time. It's like midway through the day. Ladies! Shh! Don't even know why they're barking. But it kind of marks the first official day of self-isolation, social distancing getting quite serious in the UK. We had announcements on the news yesterday that alongside schools being closed, things like theatres, pubs, clubs, social venues, or gyms are being forced to shut down and close. It's such a confusing time, and the uncertainty really hit me yesterday. I suddenly felt quite just sad and down and negative about everything, which is quite strange because I'm like, I personally live quite a self-isolated life. I do most of my day-to-day activities and what I do at home. I mean, I've been trying to go out of my way and go to London a bit more, obviously not recently at all, to just see people, because when I got back from traveling, I was like, I love socializing. Well, maybe not as bold as that, but you know, I was just like, I think it's a good thing to socialize and see people, but you know, now it's like full on social distancing, keeping your distance from people. So my ideas with taking that further have been halted for now, but it's okay. I just don't really know. It was a really confusing thought for me because I was like, Holly, look at your life. You don't normally go out very often anyway, so why are you so worried? But I think the key thing is it's the uncertainty, and I'm sure we've all felt this way. But yeah, for now, we're making lunch. I said on my Vegan Holly Eats Instagram this morning that I wanted to give exact measurements for how I make my oats, because I often get asked how much I add, and I'm gonna make some microwave oats my standard go-to. I don't have oats half as much as I used to because I'm trying to be a bit more adventurous, but we're making oats today. So you need a bowl that you can microwave. Like, getting serious, we're taking the hood down. Is it weird that I make oats in the microwave? I know a lot of people make it on the stove, but it just takes longer. Is it weird that I use the microwave? I don't know. This is 1 cup of oats. 2 of these things, pretty sure. I suddenly thought we'd run out of chia seeds, and thankfully I found this refill pack. Again, I just eyeballed it, but if I was measuring it properly, I would want to add a tablespoon of chia seeds. This cute heart thing is half a cup. So I'm gonna start by adding water. 1/2, 2/2, so 1 cup of water. I'm gonna try and make this as exact as possible. Okay, this is a 1/4 cup now. No. Okay, that's now 1.5 cups of water. That might be too much, but we'll try it. Let's take this over to the microwave, and we're gonna start it for 2 minutes. Oh, this is a good thickness. Yes, see that? My oats have to be thick. I'm just gonna put this in for 30 more seconds. Okay, the final product. Just give it a final mix. So this is about a tablespoon of maca powder. I normally add quite a lot so you can taste it. It kind of has a subtle chocolate taste. It's literally the best thing. And then to help that mix in, I find that adding some plant milk really helps. So we're gonna say about, yeah, a 1/4 cup. That might be too much. That actually looks pretty good. It's still really thick. Yes, look at that. Oh my gosh, the pinkness of this plum is honestly so nice. I also thought my knuckles were bleeding then. It's from the blueberries. I'm using this for the blueberries, by the way, not because I'm weird. Well, I am weird, but I'm just using this, okay? Decorating porridge is literally my favorite thing ever. Cacao nibs, I just could not live without. Let's sprinkle them over the blueberries. I wasn't gonna add anything else, but I found this in the coconut. I mean the cupboard. I found the coconut in the cupboard. That's what I was trying to say. Ooh, I love the smell of coconut. It's so nice. Oh yes, look at that. Look how good that looks. Ignore my ugly hands. Oh my gosh, they're ruining it. But yeah, oh my gosh, it's just so good. Look at it. My staple bowl of microwave oats, fully loaded with all the toppings. I feel this is gonna be an unpopular opinion, but I just dropped my blueberries. I don't like oats with yogurt. When people put yogurt on oats, I'm like, what are you doing? It's ruining the oats. I've tried it before and I just genuinely don't like it. I don't know how you feel about that, but I just don't like it, okay? I'm gonna eat this and then I'm gonna go upstairs and we're gonna have a chat about stuff that's been on my mind. I also need to clean up these blueberries. Self-isolation to the max. Somebody's taking away my Wi-Fi. We're matching, little cows. I put this on for you. You like my onesie? I want to talk a bit about self-isolating, the whole situation, and kind of focus a lot on mental health. I think it's so important, especially at this time, to prioritize our mental health and look after ourselves and look out for others, because we've not really experienced anything like this, especially as young people. The first thing I'm gonna say though is everyone in this point in time has valid reasons to worry and to be worried, whether you're worried about your job position or you're in school or you're at university and who knows what's going to happen about your exams, your grades. You might be worried about a particular family member. It's okay to have your down days and be worried about things, and it's okay to be sad, to cry, to let it out. Sometimes if you need to cry, like, you just have to cry, and if you don't even know why you're crying, that's also fine. Just let it out. But what I'm trying to say is that everyone has their struggles in this situation and their own personal problems. It doesn't matter how big, how small they are. But having said that, at the moment we have to focus on each day and focus on the positive things in our life. Be grateful for what we do have at the moment. Be grateful for the food that you do have, the loo roll that you do have. Try and be positive and see the positive in the small things of your day. And if you need to focus your mind on those small positive things, like write it down or like take a picture of it or share it somewhere online, like tweet about it, I don't even know. Obviously we need to care about other people in this situation, but don't please neglect yourself. Do something that you love doing for yourself. During times like this, if we're self-isolating, you're going to be around the same people a lot of the time, so you just have to find your own space sometimes to be like, I need to do this for myself. Obviously my audience, most of you are quite young, so as young people we do just need to be aware that there are people that are at a higher risk of getting the virus and not being able to fight it as well as we can. But like, we're not invincible in this situation. We can still get the virus, we can still show symptoms. Please don't think that you're not going to get it, and please don't think that it's not going to happen to me. That mentality is something that I sometimes adopt. I'm like, oh no, my immune system is so strong, which it is, it's true, but that's not to say that I'm not gonna get it or get anything like it if I'm not careful. So just be real about the situation, basically. We're not heroes in onesies, unfortunately. The whole point of social isolation and social distancing is because yes, you can carry the virus, not show symptoms, pass it on to someone who is more at risk. So we need to be very mindful of that. So please don't just go out thinking that you're fine because you might not be fine. Okay, so now some tips coming from someone who, as I said at the start, does live kind of by default a self-isolated, quarantined life, you know? I think if you've come from someone who used to go out to work, worked a 9-to-5 job, left the house, or if you went to school or university, you know, and you've been landed in this situation where you now can't do any of that, you're working from home, you're studying from home, you need to keep your routine or find your own routine. Just get used to that as the new temporary thing, you know? It's gonna be temporary, who knows how long, but you've just got to maintain that. Aim to be up at a reasonable time, go to bed at a reasonable time, get a good amount of quality sleep. We just need to make sure that we're staying healthy, and this is obviously, yes, going to also have a big impact on your mental health. As we're on this topic of staying healthy, just what are you doing? Do the things you would normally do to stay healthy. Eat healthy food and then exercising as well. So this is another big thing. Obviously gyms are closing. If you're normally someone who goes to the gym and you've lost that, then it's a bit like, what do I do? There has been like an explosion in the home workout scene, and so we're just gonna have to adapt a bit. I'm normally someone who goes to the gym, but I do a lot of running. I know sometimes it's harder to find the motivation, but there are so many home workout videos online. Do something in your garden if you have a garden, or even just go on a run around your block. Just be sensible about it, but you can still make it happen. You just have to trick your mind into thinking it's not a big change, because staying at home for someone that normally goes out and works or goes to school is a shock to the system. But you've got to trick your mind into thinking that nothing has changed, okay? You're still gonna have your same routine, you're still gonna eat the same food and go to your gym at home. It's all gonna be fine. Yeah, okay, another thing that I thought of to help myself and that I wanted to share in this video is about connecting with others. Obviously we can't do it physically, but we can do it virtually. Like, the powers of social media, FaceTime, Skype, Instagram, whatever it may be, whatever platforms you use. I know it's not sometimes the same as seeing them in person, but it's the best thing that we can utilize at the moment. Just connect with others and reach out to those people that you haven't spoken to in a while. The problem would be that we overuse social media because we're bored or we're just at home, we have nothing else better to do. We just end up scrolling and scrolling. So I think we just have to find the balance. Connect with people, look on social media, but don't overuse it or binge on it. I have my phone on airplane mode if I know I'm not gonna have something important coming in, and it just literally allows me to remove my focus from social media and being online to just getting something else done. And kind of related to that, because now you're like, what do I do with all of my time? You seriously just have to, as I kind of talked about in my last video, learn something or try something new. Do the things that you always wanted to do. Did you want to learn those TikTok dances that you see everyone doing? Bake, cook, draw, paint, whatever you haven't done yet, or something you've always wanted to do, now is the time. Yes, we do need to stay informed with the news, but then again, don't be constantly reading the news and be feeling like pessimistic about it, because virus, outbreak, that's all we see on the news at the moment. And if that is getting too much for you, just do what you feel is necessary to keep yourself informed, because we need to again strike this balance between not completely isolating ourselves from the news and being completely ignorant to what's going on, but at the same time we don't want to feel inundated with all of this kind of not very enlightening news, shall we say. The last thing I wanted to say is about the future. So it feels at the moment like everything is out of our control and we don't know what's going to happen next, because we don't. But it doesn't mean that we can't still plan for the future. You might have had to cancel some of your plans, and I mean, for some of you, I really do feel for what you're going to miss out on, because it might be something you never get to experience again, like graduations or taking exams and that opportunity to show an examiner that you've worked hard. But I mean, for other people, we might just have had to cancel things that happen every year anyway. We can still do it the next year or the year after, whether that be a holiday or something like a marathon that I was considering doing, like a half marathon. Who knows when I'm going to be able to enter and do one, but it's not the end of the world. And so yeah, coming back to the future, we still can plan for the future. We still can think ahead. It's not gone. It's still there. It's just a bit uncertain at the moment. Just try and be as optimistic as you can. I also believe strongly at the moment, and more than ever before, that things happen for a reason, and good things come from any bad situations. Even though it feels like we're losing a lot of things, we're losing out on things, we're losing control of our life, there's got to be something good in this for each and every one of us. I genuinely believe that. So yeah. Okay, I'm gonna take off my onesie. Sadly, I'm wearing a t-shirt and a long sleeve top underneath this because it's so cold. Apparently it's even colder outside because it's so windy, and I'm just like, nah, I don't want to go outside, but I kind of want fresh air. Yeah, I'm gonna take Bali and Java on walks. I don't walk them together when I go on my own because they're too strong, as I've said before, so I'll just walk them individually. As I said in my last video, we are very lucky in the area that we live. It's rural in the countryside in the UK, so you can literally go on a dog walk and not see anyone, so I can still socially isolate. Yeah, yesterday, oh look at this lovely look. Yesterday mum came home with, how many plants did mum bring home yesterday, Emily? 6 or 7, we'll go with 7 house plants. Yeah, yesterday was like the last day a lot of stores were open, so they were reduced, so we just got loads of house plants, and there are plants everywhere in the house. I'll try and show you some. Also, I was gonna say about getting fresh air, I think it's really good to get fresh air and just to breathe it in, you know, that fresh air. But if you can't go out without like seeing lots of people and you feel that it's not the best thing that you should do given your current situation where you live, your guidelines that are being put out on the news, at least try and open your window. Like, that's the very least you can try and do. Fresh air is good, always good. Sorry, I'm changing here, so I'm just gonna like pause this. So in this room where I was just filming, there is this plant randomly sitting on the floor. I think it's supposed to go somewhere, but it hasn't found its home yet. It kind of looks fake to me, but it actually is a real plant. And then downstairs, it's also real, right? Yeah. Real. And we've just put it here next to the candle thing and lamp. We have this plant here, which is kind of similar to the one upstairs, but like red. And then this one, is it an orchid?
Yeah, it's a different type of orchid.
Oh, I was right. Bali Java! You can't even hear me. Bali Java! What are you doing? Little idiots. It is really cold, I can confirm. But yeah, I just basically finished walking Bali and Java now. I'm just back in the garden. As you can see, I've got my AirPods in. I was listening to a podcast, and I was listening to a podcast called No Such Thing as a Fish. It's really funny. I first found out about it when I was in Australia, like basically road tripping through the outback on a tour with Groovy Grape Tours. Yeah, it was Groovy Grape Tours through the outback. We did so much driving on that tour, and we listened to this podcast called No Such Thing as a Fish. Yeah, I just listened to their latest episode. It's really funny. It's got so many good facts in it. If you haven't listened to it, it's worth a listen. Overcast is the app I use. It has pretty much all podcasts on it, I think. Sometimes I listen to music, sometimes I listen to podcasts. Today it was a podcast, not a music day. Oh my gosh, she came at me from behind. Don't you scratch this camera like you did with my GoPro, please. Sit. Where's your sister? Did you have fun on your walks? Yeah, they're happy now. Good girl. So I then had to do a bit of preparation for tutoring, and then after that I did a big stretch in my room. As small as it is at the moment, I still managed to fit in doing some stretching, which is something I really love doing at the moment on my rest days. I just listened to the last bit of the podcast episode that I was listening to on a walk, and then after that I just put some music on. So this chill playlist, that is my sister's on Apple Music. So I just did a good bit of stretching. I do love my deep stretch on my rest day. Honestly, it's like the best thing. Just listen to some music, chilled music, and yeah, now I'm gonna go and help put some stuff into my room. It suddenly hit me that the prospect of having my room back and having it redecorated is kind of like a cool thing. So I'm gonna go and help Dad. I can hear him moaning and being like, oh, so things are going wrong. He clearly needs my help. We're gonna start the phase of putting stuff in there, and then we'll finish it hopefully tomorrow, and then I'll film the official new room tour, new room/office tour video. So if you want to see that, definitely like this video. I'm gonna film it anyway, but you know. Oh yes, incoming. The desk. Oh my gosh, Matthew is half naked. So the project is to get all of this stuff, not all of it is mine, but a lot of it is mine, into that room.
So you want that? Or do you want it centralised?
No, I think centralised. Yeah, that's good, like that. You need some help?
Yeah, I need someone just to hold this.
Yeah, so I just helped Dad out doing some stuff the evening, but he actually does most of it because it's DIY and stuff that he loves doing. And yeah, as I said, the room/office tour will be coming very soon. So I feel like you just can't take me seriously in this video. One minute I'm in a cow onesie, the next minute I am wearing a shower cap with bananas on. And yeah, my room is coming along. I think the reason why I was just so like not really excited or putting a downer on it was because I was like, what happens if I'm gonna move out? Like, why is my room being redone, you know? But obviously it was done when I was away traveling. I had no input. I didn't know they were gonna do that. So yeah, that's why I was a bit like, oh, we shouldn't really be doing my room. We should be doing something else in our house that's not finished. But I suppose now that we're in this self-isolation thing, I'm not gonna be moving out, I suppose, anytime soon. It's just not the right time anymore. I don't know what's gonna happen, really. Like, it's all a big question mark with the dot. This drawer here is kind of my stuff. This is my epilator, but apart from that, I hardly use any of this stuff. In terms of maintenance, I am the lowest of the low. I don't do skincare, hair care that goes out of my way. I'm just not that type of person. I'll be talking more about like what I do for my hair, what I do for my skin, like updated routines, if you're gonna go that far and say it's a routine. It's kind of questionable. But yeah, especially my hair, like I've noticed, and I think you guys have noticed as well, that my hair is looking a lot less frizzy, which I'm like really happy with. But in terms of, as I said, anything to do with my exteriors and beauty stuff, that's just not really me as a person. Like, I don't have nails, so I'm not gonna paint my nails. But I suppose with this self-isolation thing, maybe I'll get Emily to do me a glam. She'll love to do that. Emily's like the complete opposite with this stuff. We'll spice up and maybe do a video like that. I don't know. Hello, hi. I was just talking about you. What are you saying? I was like, I don't do anything with my nails or my skin or anything like that, yeah? And then I was like, maybe Emily can do me a glam up one day. Full face makeup.
And I can do an at-home spa for you.
Please,
literally, please. Can I do that?
Yeah, if you want to.
We'll do toenails. No, we'll do foot scrub, then toenails. We'll do like full body hair removal.
Oh, I need to do my legs. Have you seen my legs? I haven't done them since I got back from Australia. Are you ready?
Oh god.
Lord.
You look like a wildebeest. Yeah, we're gonna do that. Eyebrows.
Yeah, eyebrows.
You always need those eyebrows too.
Yeah, always need the eyebrows too.
We'll have a good, I'll do your hair.
What's wrong with my hair? A lot of people say my hair looks nice.
Yeah, no, it looks nice.
It looks a lot less frizzy at the moment.
Yeah, no, it does, it does. And then we'll do full body moisturisation, because I feel like you don't moisturise.
I don't like moisturising, Emily.
Hence why you have dry hands. And then
this just stuff makes me like yawn.
This is actually quite good. I've used this before.
You've used it? Well, they're my spare deodorants at the moment, to be honest.
Yeah, use this stuff.
Oh, face mask. I like a good face mask, actually. That's quite fun.
I don't, it sets my skin off.
Right, anyway, the at-home spa. We'll do that in a video one day then, yeah? When I'm in my new room and settled down. Room. We can maybe contemplate.
Comment below, is it room or rum?
It's rum. Like rum.
I drink rum in my rum. Like, no.
Yeah, what was I talking about? Yeah, self-isolating as much as possible as a family, basically the 5 of us.
We're alright at the moment.
Well, alright at the moment is the keyword, at the moment.
Every day is different.
Every day is different. It will blow up one day and there'll just be arguments. People will be ripping each other's hair out.
Got a little bit of ASMR for everyone.
I'm going downstairs now. I'm hungry. Self-isolation life 101. There's still banging going on. Yeah, I'm gonna end this video here. This might be the last day of sleeping in this room, this bed. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. As I said before, we can definitely still plan for the future. Like, I'm still looking ahead to do a master's, to still go traveling, you know, and run a half marathon, and do all this stuff that I want to still do. We can still plan. I think in a situation that we are in right now, obviously we just have to, I don't know, just be grateful for what we do have and the position that we are in, because we're all in this together, literally. That's my new favourite phrase at the moment. As always, like if you enjoyed it, comment down below, subscribe if you want to for more videos in this period of self-isolation, and I will speak to you very soon in another video. Bye from this little room.